Hello, welcome to my home. This is the first time I actually filmed in my home. I feel, feels quite... This is working from home. You've no idea how long this is taken to set it set up. Like, try 2 hours. Right, here's what I'm going to do. For the past, 5 or 6 weeks, I've been doing motivational talks on camera for primary pupils. And it seems to me that although that seemed like a good idea and it was with the best intention, the best thing that I can do right now is at least have a quick word with secondary pupils and in fact teenagers. I can just about remember being a teenager, if I'm perfectly honest. My life seems to be a little bit like a toilet roll. The moment I've got to the middle of it, it seems to be running out faster. So yeah, look forward to that. But right now, we're all locked down in our homes. And as you can see, this is not a bad place to be for me. But for you guys out there, and including me, we are left alone with our thoughts a lot. And what do we know? So the moment we switch the TV on, it's primarily bad news. It tells us how many more deaths there are, what the situation with COVID is going to be. Pretty much everything that we do is aimed towards having either vaccinations or something happened in China or something's happened in America, Donald Trump, and it goes on and on and on. The harmful thing that I need to tell you is this. When that happens, the fear goes into our brains. And as we don't know this, we just have it. We're a bit like a sponge, and every single second of every single minute of every single hour that passes, it goes in, and eventually it manifests itself physically. And you will relate to this actually, because what actually happens is sometimes in the middle of the night, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, you're lying in bed at night, overthinking, worrying, regretting things, and so on and so forth. So what can we do about that? Well, I'm going to give you some advice on, first of all, how we can stop the overthinking mind, or at least help it. And also, what do we have to look forward to? Now, I'm guessing if you were in the room with me right now, you would say a number of complaining things like, well, actually, I've just had my GCSEs cancelled, there aren't any jobs, the world's in doom and gloom, no one's got any money, people are losing their jobs and so on. The fact of the matter is, yes, that is happening, but what can we do about it? And what actually would be the point in complaining? Secondary pupils, teenagers, you are alive, you are beautiful, and this world is more beautiful with you in it. But we can't sit around and waiting for this thing to go. We just got to keep on getting up and keep on moving forward. Let's not back off and wait and try to dodge things. Just keep moving forward and doing the best that we can do, and not to worry about so much of what's going to happen in 10 years from now. I live more and more, especially as I'm getting older, in the present moment, or at least I try to. I don't always manage to do it, but I live in the present moment more and more, because before this, I was always wanting to get to someplace else. And in doing that, I've missed the journey. It's a little bit like this. Back in the day, if I wanted to, let's say for example, I wanted to read Shakespeare's sonnets, right? I wanted to read Shakespeare. And all of a sudden, I'm really, really into this guy Shakespeare. So do you know what I'd have to do back in the day? Well, here's what I would have had to do. I would have had to get to the bus stop, find the bus time, check out the timetable, make sure I'm not late, get on the bus, make the journey, get off, get in the library, find the floor that Shakespeare is on, not literally, his books, get them, find the particular book, find the shelf, find the book, find the chapter and find the page, and then eventually I would find Shakespeare's sonnets. These days, I just need to pick up my iPad, pick up my phone, I can not even move a muscle and just shout Shakespeare's sonnets. Isn't that great? Well, no, it's not. Because I've just missed out the journey, and my future wife was at the bus stop and I never met her because I was too busy looking at the screen. Now, as Muhammad Ali once said, if I'm going to have the same opinion at 50 as I had at 20, I've just wasted 30 years of my life. Now is not the time to waste any more of our time. Now is not the time to worry any more than we have to. Now is not the time to complain about the things that may not even happen, and certainly more than ever, now is not the time to beat ourselves up on the things that we are not. Let's be grateful for the things that we are. So, I've got a challenge for you, and this is a real challenge. Every single night you go to bed, I want you to put away your screens, put away your futile mobile phones and Xboxes and PlayStations and TikToks and Instagrams and goodness knows what else, and just be contented to who you are. Somebody asked me once, what's the best bit of advice you've ever given somebody? And I'm going to steal somebody's answer. It was an old lady And she said, always keep a bit of you in here that you can go back to. Because everybody always wants to take a bit of you. Careers, education systems, people, friends, lovers, parents. Everybody wants a bit of you for them. I have some pretty bad news. You will not be able to make me happy, whoever you are out there. And I can't make you happy. Happiness starts from within. And how are we going to find that if we're never going to have our own company? How can we live a true life if we don't really know who we are, even right at the end of it? So, here's the challenge. Be grateful for the things that you are. And wouldn't it be wonderful if we got up every single morning, we didn't drag yesterday's problems into today, and we tried to change the dynamic of the world? You just heard that right. Every person can change the world. Every person has the ability to change the lives of the people around them and then people around them. So why don't we do that every single day? And then we'll get through this easily. We'll get through it. Maybe we'll get COVID, maybe we've already had it, maybe we've lost loved ones, and it is an awful pandemic. But it's not the first time, and I'm sure it won't be the last. I see this as a test. That's it. There's nothing I can do about it. It's a test, and it's a test that I'll pass. So you look after yourselves out there, and I'm going to do more of these for you. And what will be better is I'm going to leave the email at the bottom of this film. Why don't you email me with some questions of your own? You send me some of the questions, things that you're struggling with, things that you want the answers to, and I'll do my best to do some research and give it some thought and see if I can give you an answer that's suitable enough for me to sit here in this oversized cardigan and get away with it. God bless you guys. You take it easy out there. And remember, everything you put in there stays there. It's a little bit like driving a car. Enjoy the journey. And sometimes you're on that journey and you can't even remember how you got to the destination. Life is just fair, unfair, cruel, beautiful, and lovely. And the moment we accept that, it starts getting a lot easier. Okay? Take it easy. Until next time, you take care.